Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be making some Halloween artist trading coins. If you've been following my channel for a while, I love making ATCs and I haven't made some in a really long time. So when I found out about artist trading coins, I knew right away I wanted to make some for Halloween. This video is sponsored by Stamp Boutique Originals and they create wood mounted stamps, and I'm going to be using stamps from my favorite artist, Daniel Torrente. And these are really cute stamps and I knew right away I wanted to use them for my Halloween artist trading coins. This is my second tutorial Stamp Boutique Originals, so if you guys want to see my first project, I will go ahead and link the tutorial in this video. So I'm going to be using my Tombow Dual Brush pens to actually watercolor these images. This is another way I love to color images, and so here you can see I am just adding down some color and using water to blend in all the colors together. So if you are new to coloring and you want to try it out, you can get the Tombow Dual Brush pen packs, and there's a bunch of different colors in there. And these pens are really great medium for beginners because you can't go wrong with them. There are so many different ways you can color with these. You can color the images directly and use different shades of the same color to create shading and highlighting, or you can watercolor with them like I did here. Or you can also use the Tombow colorless blender to blend the colors together. So you can't go wrong with these pens. So I really do highly suggest them if you guys are interested. Just make sure you're using watercolor paper or a mixed media cardstock, something heavy duty so the paper doesn't warp or get paper fuzzies. So I went ahead and left most of my coloring in this video so you guys can see, but I did have to speed it up because then it would have been really long, and I think you still get an idea of how I color. I just put a base of color first and then I watercolor, and then I go back and keep adding more color to it with the same shade. And once it's dry, I like to go back and add some more color, or sometimes I also use the Tombow twin tone markers. These are actually like pens for bullet journaling or hand lettering, but I like to color with them as well, and you're gonna see how I do that shortly. I didn't have like a skin tone for the clown, so I use an actual twin tone marker from Tombow. And because the twin tone markers are actually water based, it allows you to watercolor with them. And side note, I do apologize for the little headshots you see at the bottom of the video, but it is what it is. And to add some dimension and to accentuate some of the elements in the images, I am going to be using the twin tone markers again in brown, gray, and even dark orange for the different images that I colored. I'm not going to be adding water to this. This is just to add some extra shading to the images. After I'm done coloring up all my images, it's time to fussy cut, and I just did that off camera, but I'm going to show you my favorite trick. I take a scrap piece of paper and I outline all my images with the Tombow Mono Twin marker. This is my favorite tip for when coloring images because it adds a finishing touch. It hides up the raw white edge from where you cut and any other little mistakes that you may have made while cutting or anything like that. It just adds a finishing touch to the image, and I just absolutely love this trick. Again, I just take a scrap piece of paper and I take the thicker tip of the pen and I just trace along the image. Alright, now we're going to get into making the artist trading coins. I use a 3-inch diameter circle. Usually they're 2.5 inches, but I prefer 3-inch. It just gives me more room to play. I'm using my distress inks. I haven't used my distress inks in so freaking long, and it was so much fun. So I'm using dried marigold and wild honey. I don't have any of the newer colors. I think I might buy some of them, but like the little cubes, because it's good to add to your collection. So I'm just edging it with some black soot. And then that's one coin, and then the next one I'm going to be making is going to be purple, and I absolutely love the way this one turns out. It's going to be my favorite one, just saying. So I'm using mild lavender and dusty concord. Again, these are just some of the colors I have in my stash. And I'm starting with the lighter color, and then I'm going in with the darker color just to kind of create a darker edge around the circle. And I'm using my new Bewitched from Echo Park bat stencil, and I really love how it turned out. And then I'm just using Dusty Concord again to edge the circle, and this just helps blend all the colors together. And for my third circle, I'm going to be using Shabby Shutters and Peeled Paint Distress Ink. They are a lighter and a darker shade, so I can do that blending technique. For this one, I'm going to be using a stencil, and again, I'm going to go in with a darker shade of green, which is peeled paint, and I'm just going to add some circle elements from the stencil randomly onto the coin. For the orange coin, I decided to use this Prima Graphite Medium. I absolutely love it, and when it dries into this really nice black sparkly modeling paste. So I used this Tim Holtz Damask stencil, and it just created such a really great effect. Put that aside to dry, and I'm back onto the green coin, and I'm using my Dylusions Sprays. Again, guys, I haven't used these items in forever, so I'm using a purple one, a green one, and black. And at first I was like, oh my gosh, I just ruined it, what am I doing? But in the end, I really like how it turned out. So for the purple coin, I'm using this Dr. Martin white pigment type of paint thing. I like to just dilute a little bit with water so that I can make it flow easily, and I decided to add some of that white again to the other two coins as well, just to make it pretty. I decided to create a little border around my coin, which is something I used to like making with my ATCs. So I'm just using my Sharpie paint pen, and I go around the circle, and then I do this a couple of times because it's not that dark. So then I go in with the Tombow Mono twin marker again, and I'm creating these little lines and then just filling it in. So I'm basically just creating these little squares or rectangles and then making it a black and white striped border, and then I go back again and just kind of add more layers to it just to make the colors pop a little bit more, make the black darker, make the white lighter. And I just show you I did the same thing for the green one. Now it's time to add the images, and I'm going to be using the Tombow Mono liquid glue. It's just the perfect glue for paper, and it gives me a lot of control because these images are really small, intricate, and the little nozzle really helps with that. So I really love this little stack of pumpkins. I think it's so freaking cute. It's my favorite one. And then I add the clown onto the green background that I created, and then the orange one is going to have the little scarecrow. So to finish off this card, I'm going to be adding some stickers, and these are from my Jeepers Creepers collection, and then the boo is from, I think, my October Nights collection. I have 3 Halloween collections, so pardon me if I forget. Alright, so then I'm just using a white gel pen to create a highlight around the border that I drew. And I'm just showing you the detailing of that stencil and the modeling paste, and I'm trying to show you the sparkly bits of it, but it's really, really cute. So I'm just going to adhere the scarecrow on top of it. Then to decorate, I'm going to be adding a sticker that says Trick or Treat, and that's from my Jeepers Creepers collection as well. And now for the finishing touch, I'm just going to be adding these bat rhinestones that I have in my stash. Soon you'll see that for the clown one, I decided to add purple bats. So thanks guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my artist trading coin tutorial. I think I'm going to be making a lot more of these. I absolutely love them. These are so great to trade with your friends, and then you can add them in your Halloween albums. You can use them as embellishments. There's so many different ways you can incorporate these into your projects, into your memory keeping, and I'm just really excited. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I have Halloween videos coming out every weekend, so I hope you guys can subscribe and check out my videos. So again, thanks for being here with me, and stay spooky. Bye!